Hello, welcome back to Bald and Board Games. I'm Bald.
On board.
Ballsy.
And we are coming at you with Vampires, the Masquerade chapters.
I think you just added it. Oh, no, it is the Masquerade.
Yes, the Masquerade chapters. Yeah, so this is Ballsy's game that he's had for a minute. He's talked about it a lot. It looks super cool and sounds a lot of fun. So we just kind of did a crash course in learning how to play. So we will probably definitely mess some stuff up as we're playing, especially the first round or so. We'll be going to the rule book a lot as we learn. So bear with us.
But yeah, to kick things off, each of us have already chosen a character. So dumb. Each of us have already chosen a character. We've done the base stat setup, which we can go over. But we'll just read off our character, like a little intro story. And then we'll talk about chapter 1 and how this game works.
A dog out there. There's people downstairs who are having fun. So the dog is going crazy.
Just get Jen in here banging. They'll come yell at you.
My goodness. All right. Who do you got?
So I have, oh god, the last name I can't say. Harold
Beaulieu?
Beaulieu.
Bolu.
He's French because it's Montreal.
Beaulieu.
From the Malkavian vampire clan. Harold is a psychologist whose passions include logic and the human mind. Growing up, he kept to himself and found solace in puzzles and neo-noir movies from the 40s. His life is mostly uneventful until his embrace, which is, and this is when you're turned into a vampire. Chosen to become a son of Malkav, his sense of analysis makes him a great investigator. The embrace exasperated his already troublesome anxiety, but bestowed upon him an insight beyond the reach of humans. Whether through visions or his incredible deduction skills, Harold is extremely in tune with his environment and others' emotions. The kindred community of Montreal often looks down on him, perceiving him as a fragile vampire one word away from becoming a mess. Wow. This is due in part to his Malkavian heritage, a clan many kindred still see as being mentally unstable. Unbeknownst to them, Harold's skills and vampiric powers give him an edge over the other members of the Camarilla, which is the hierarchy of the vampires. With little effort, he can discern the true motives behind the actions of a kindred, and he can always stay one step ahead. Of course, no one knows about this, not even his sire Lydia, and the Camarilla is always preferable to keep your cards to yourself and only use them when most effective. That's my guy.
Cool. I've got Thomas Cartrand. As a teenager, Thomas Cartrand was prone to getting himself into trouble with the law. Whether it was for picking fights or leading protests, it seems there was rarely a week going by without Thomas spending at least one night in a cell for one transgression or another. As he got older, and some would argue wiser, he found his calling as a leader in the workforce. His pragmatic views and skills at mediating disputes between the unions and management even led him to a seat at the trade union center. While meeting with co-conspirators from the FLK militia separatist groups, Thomas was lured out of a bar during a rather rowdy night and embraced. To protect his new fledgling, his sire brought him far away from the then Sabbat-choked Montreal so he could come to terms with his new unlife and his new position within the vastly different power structure of the kindred. As a kindred, he is now an anarch and despises all forms of abuse, namely those of the Camarilla, and the kind he has seen from the Ventru. The Bruja are the instigators and founders of the anarch movement. His years of negotiations came in handy upon his return to Montreal, where he now acts as the speaker for the anarch with the Camarilla. So it displays potent celerity and presence. My flaw is rage, so my hunger caps at 4. So I should probably put a little marker in for him.
Yeah, in the end. All right, and I am not on this page. I am Samuel Armstrong, a member of the Ventru clan. Samuel Armstrong is a direct descendant of the Prince of Vancouver. Before being made into a vampire, Samuel was a rich lawyer, a job he kept even after the embrace as a form of cover. Seeing Montreal as his way to increase his dignitas, Samuel volunteered to move from Vancouver to Montreal to act as a mediator at the court of Martin Hilkers. To Samuel's dismay, over the years he has spent in town, he learned how poorly the prince is managing his domain. Unwilling to be lumped with Hilkers in the eyes of the local kindred, Samuel has begun to show the community just how true Ventru ought to act. This has led him to take on a more active hand in the issues arising from the Hilkers' mismanagement, and now he spends his nights putting out metaphorical fires that burn across Montreal. His tireless efforts have made Samuel Armstrong the person to see when a problem emerges, sometimes even before Elysium is called. He knows he is treading a dangerous line, but to Samuel, the reputation of his entire bloodline is at stake. He will not sit back while an incompetent upstart ruins it for everyone. Thanks to his diplomacy and natural leadership skills, even the anarchs are forced to admit Samuel is not like the other Ventru around here. My disciplines are presence, dominate, compel, and fortitude. My flaw is high standards, cannot reduce hunger from killing an animal. All right. And then we each have our own starting disciplines. So under those categories we said we each have a starting one. So mine is awe under presence. I can add my presence level as dice to your persuasion skill checks. This is active. So this effect ends at the end of the dialogue sequence.
So wait, we had to choose one of the we had two?
No, you have to choose one level 1 of each.
Oh, okay.
My other one for Dominate Compel is Cloud Memory. Forget. Wipe the memories of an adjacent fleeing NPC to prevent them from fleeing and cause a Masquerade breach. And then immediately ends after effect use. Masquerade breach is what causes our tracker up here for the Masquerade to go up, which is not necessarily a good thing. So I can like literally compel, just like a normal vampire would, to make them forget they met a vampire.
Did you put the extra one somewhere?
Yep, I have over here, ready to go, just in case we trigger another version. And then for my fortitude, I don't have a marker on my skill sheet, so I don't have anything locked.
Cool. So for my disciplines, for my potence level 1, I have prowess. So add your potence level as dice to your brawl or weapons, melee only, skill checks. So my potence is 1, so it means I would add a dice to those skill checks.
I don't like that it's called that at all.
Cat's Grace is my celerity discipline, so add your celerity level as dice to your skill check when using a defense combat card. So I'd add 1 for my celerity
Are they both
level.
actives?
They're both active.
Oh, nice.
So,
You just get them.
the effect ends at the end of a combat sequence for both of these. So just during a combat sequence in general,
Yeah.
those homeboys are good to go.
So mine specifically, during the dialogue, I can add it, but I can't use outside dialogue.
Yeah, that's why me, with my rolling average, that's why I chose what I did. Because I don't roll no good none, yes.
I'm just checking to make sure that we don't have to play with 4 characters.
No, it says up to 4. I read
Okay,
that earlier.
okay, because it mentions a character in here, and I was like, but nobody is that character.
I think it gives exam, but it said up to 4.
Okay.
And allies, if you get allies, you can still only have a total of 4.
So
I mean, it's just story-wise.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I have Sense the Unseen, which is
Oh, this would be so annoying.
add your Auspex level as automatic successes to your awareness and insight skill checks. And then I have Sap Will. Add 1 automatic success to your next persuasion or subterfuge check.
Nice. All right. So I'm going to do one zoom out view for everyone just so we can see the board. So each of us have a player board. We have the game board here with our character minis with the white little backgrounds. The black backgrounds are the NPCs. They're not necessarily enemies right now. They're just people we can go talk to. We have dangerous terrain on the board. Dangerous terrain here on the board here. So that just caused an extra movement point to get through. We have 1 investigative marker as well that you can just go up to and do an investigate, and the book will tell you what to do.
And we'll call out what these characters are because we can't lay them down because the bases... Oh, you want to get the cards in there. Yeah.
Yes, better.
Because the bases come into play, the colors. So there's black bases, and then there are red bases, and that matters for the game. So we do have to use those. So we can't lay them flat like we normally do. But just so you know, we have Yuma Mackenzie here. We have punk teenagers over here. We have the park warden here, a couple here, and a Sabbat priest over here. So mostly all humans, it seems like, except for the priest, I assume, is some sort of. Does it say on here what he is? Or what it is?
Good question.
Might be human.
No, he's definitely a vampire.
Oh, yeah, he's a vampire for sure. Does it say?
Where was...
Interesting. Necrotic touch.
What are you looking at? I remember fleeing.
Just so we know, like, what happens when they start fleeing.
Oh, they move two hexes at a time during the turn, and they're trying to get off the board. And if they get off,
Just off the board, okay.
Yeah,
Then you trigger the increase over there, yeah. Oh, yeah, there it is. Good. All right.
How would you know if they're vampires or ghouls?
It should tell you, I would assume.
I mean, maybe the story tells you.
Yeah.
They must, I guess.
Yeah, this looks more ghoulish a little bit.
No, he said something vampire. Looks like a vampire. Anyway.
Oh, all right. So,
All right, let's start.
story of... Oh, so, sorry. So, this thing has a total of, I'm not going to reach down there, like 50 chapters, we'll just estimate. We're starting with chapter 1. Based on how chapter 1 goes, as long as we succeed, it'll tell us what chapter we can then go to. So it's not necessarily 1 through 50 in order. We could hop around depending on what route we kind of take.
Yeah, the point is there's several different campaigns you can play in this.
Yeah, so it's a choose your own adventure type thing, as long as you don't die.
That's cool. We're already undead.
And then
you don't die.
The game actually has you play prologue chapters as solo, but we didn't do that, so
that's true.
We'll start chapter.
Nobody got time for that.
Dark Omen at the Park. These recent late summer Montreal nights have been plagued with several, often brutal kidnappings of vampires linked to the art world. Witness reports indicate that these kidnappings were the work of a group of hooded thugs whose methods are reminiscent of the Sabbat. Thing is, there's been no sightings of Sabbat activity in the city for more than a decade, ever since they've been eliminated by the Inquisition and its mortal agents. This has the Camarilla in an uproar and has made the city's vampires nervous. The prince convened an exceptional Elysium to warn the city's kindred and give a sense of leadership. A group of neonates, picked from various clans, except for a single Kaitif, was formed to address the situation. You're a part of this group, either through nomination by someone else or by joining of your own accord because you have a personal stake in this situation. Earlier this evening, Luciana Ricci, the Nosferatu in your group, spotted a truck in the botanical garden, the same one that witnesses associate with the kidnappings. You make your way there and reach Yuma's territory. He's the Gangrel Anarch leader and maintains a special tie to the Camarilla. And then it says action, read event E.1.
What was our objective?
We're investigating kidnappings in the park.
It's a bot group in the park. Okay. So I think, is that all we need for this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There goes a conclusion, so we'll keep that out for when we get to conclusion.
Let's see. E1. God, how many D's are there?
Huh?
What the hell? There it is.
Oh, way in the back.
Because all the dialogue stuff's in the front. And
Yeah,
the
D is going to be for
story stuff's in the
dialogue.
back.
E is going to be after the
Position.
Okay,
Ah.
E1. You followed the details of the kidnapping stories, and it reeks of the Sabbat. You've taken the liberty of... Didn't I just read this? You've taken the liberty of doing your own investigation, not caring about the risks it entails. You've tailed the van through the city and identified a scarred vampire leading a bunch of kine, most likely ghouls. You followed it tonight to the botanical garden. Clearly outnumbered, you thought it prudent to contact the sheriff, using the rest of the special coterie the prince put together, which is us. They're arriving now, but they are not alone. From another section of the garden, Yuma, the local anarch's leader, is making his way toward the van. He's going to mess us all up. But then he stops. He seems livid, and all he does is scan his surroundings frantically. That seems very out of place for him. You decide to talk to him. Read Yuma, dialogue, D1. Okay. Yuma, the gangrel in charge of this territory, stands out of sight of a shouting, strangely clad individual. It's the Sabbat vampire you've been chasing. His shouts are directed toward a bunch of ghouls, humans, and dogs who are fed vampire blood, turning them into bound servants. Based on what you can see from this distance, the group seems to be digging up corpses from the park. As you get closer to Yuma, he looks at you, nods, and turns towards the invaders with a grave look. It's his turf, so why isn't he doing anything? His apparent hesitation doesn't fit in with the rage he exudes. Something's wrong here. Time for you to step in. They give a couple options.
All right.
Greet him and try to reason with him. Observe him silently. Ignore him and head directly for the Sabbat vampire. If anyone is Aaron Conway, that's a whole other thing.
We are not.
Okay. So,
What were the options again?
greet him and try to reason with him. Observe him silently. Ignore him and head directly to the Sabbat vampire.
I should not ignore him.
Probably not.
All right. Reason with him. See what information you
Okay.
can give us. Would you agree?
That's what I was thinking.
All right.
Make a social plus persuasion check.
So I
So
assume it's
one
going to
of
be whoever's
us.
best at it.
I will do
Yeah,
that.
so it's difficulty 2. So, that's
So social plus. So let's just double check. Make sure we do this correctly for the first time. All right.
Yeah, so what do you need to,
That's exactly what I'm gonna check. Just to make
get
sure we get
to
that.
succeed?
Where is skill check? Skill checks. A difficulty is the number of successes that must be accumulated.
it's 2.
So dialogue
What's
skill
those two?
checks have a predetermined difficulty written on the dialogue page. Investigative have no predetermined. There's different outcomes. You just roll the dice and see what happens. Combat have no difficulty, but it deals with damage. Cool, we got all that. So you roll the dice. So roll dice. Swap 1 black die with 1 red die for each hunger level you have, which we have 1.
That's what we said we start at 1, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So it says, what do I roll? Sorry.
Social plus persuasion check.
Oh yeah. Where's the dice? You put them away.
Oh, you said reason in the middle.
Oh, the metal ones. Okay. So I have to swap, and that doesn't add up. I need a black die over there.
So how many?
Social plus persuasion is 6.
Oh, so that's how many dice you're rolling?
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I
okay.
said. Social
Do
plus
we have the
persuasion.
metal ones? There's more in there.
There was more metal dice?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Cool. So 5 and 1, because I have 1 hunger level.
And so you need 2 successes to pass?
So, yeah, you're going to succeed. I think it's just seeing if you
Oh.
roll a skull or not.
I'm pretty sure if Nick would roll this, there's blanks on all these dice.
Shut up. That's true.
I rolled a skull.
So now you got to do the.
Is that a failure if you roll
No,
a skull?
it's the rouge check.
No, that automatically will trigger. So skull symbol, force a ruse check if there's more skulls than successes.
Oh, okay.
There is not.
Oh, okay.
I have 2, 3, 4, 5 successes versus a skull.
I know you guys
We
can't
pass.
see the symbols on
Oh,
the
yeah, 'cause
dice
this
from
is-
above, but these are more fun to roll, so we're going to roll those.
That's true.
We'll just say what we get.
I bet your social and persuasion already beat it anyway.
Well, yeah, that's what I rolled, right? That's how many dice I rolled.
Oh, shit. No, I don't think that's right. Because those are like your free points. and then-
Harold is, here's an example. Harold is investigating. The investigative asks for a mental plus search check. Difficulty 4. Harold will need to roll 3 dice because his mental attribute is value 3. He rolls 2 successes. He must, add his success to the search value. Okay, so your attribute value
How many
is
dice
how
you
many
roll.
dice you're rolling. Your
Oh.
skill value is guaranteed successes.
Okay.
So I already had 3 guaranteed successes. I would roll 3 dice.
Okay.
We're good.
All right.
Let's go back to this view for you.
All right. Successful D7.
That makes way more sense. I'm like, that's a lot of dice to roll for a 2 check.
All right. D7, Yuma listens. We come into your territory with humility at the behest of the prince and sheriff. Please accept our presence as a token of peace to help you deal with the situation. However, with all due respect, how can you stand here and do nothing? Yuma growls. There's so much you don't understand here. Everything is more complicated than you think. And then we can leave him and go fight, try to manipulate his feelings, or push him a bit.
Hmm. So leave him and go fight. Try to manipulate his feelings.
Yeah.
So that would be a you thing.
Yeah, and I have...
Right. Or no, it could be me because I have a subterfuge and intimidation. So it's probably made me a thing again.
It'd be a social and subterfuge.
Okay, so I have 2 successes. I rolled 3 dice on top of that.
We would both succeed.
Ah, that's that.
So okay.
You can roll that. I'll let you roll. So what's the requirement?
Difficulty 2.
Okay. So you roll your 2 dice. So 1 die, 1, 1. Yeah.
So it's 2.
Plus 2 is 4.
4. Okay. Success D16. Yuma versus the Sabbat. You're the leader here, sir. With all due respect, it feels as if you should be leading by example. Yuma growls. Fine, stop sucking up to me. I'll go tear those Sabbat shitheads to pieces, so follow me. Great, you've convinced him. Thing is, there's still a few kind in the area. Tell him to wait. Make a social plus persuasion check.
Okay, that's back to me. So I roll 3 dice. 1.
It ain't me, that's for sure.
Which die
That
was it?
0.
Is this one?
Mhm.
Oh, now that's bad. So force a roost if there are more. So now I have to roll roost checks, and I have to roll.
If there are
this.
more successes, if there's more skulls than successes.
Yeah, 0 success.
Don't those count successes?
If there are more skulls than total successes during this attribute plus automatic skill, you are correct. Good call. So I have 3 successes.
Okay.
That makes sense early on because I'm only rolling 1 red die. Oh, and then you
So,
roll
'cause-
more red here.
Exactly.
All right.
There's only 1 skull on each. Really?
Before the fight.
That math's kind of wonky. Okay.
Whoa there, shouldn't we clear the park first? With the Masquerade and all? Yuma calms down a bit. Well, look who's all careful all of a sudden. Fine, chase the kind away, and hurry, I'm not a patient man. He'll join you in the confrontation once you're ready. Remove the Yuma Mackenzie NPC from the tile. Read event E13.
Oh, he's just gone.
No, I think he's gonna help us fight.
Oh.
Yeah, just right now, remove him from the time.
Maybe he becomes an ally.
Alright, Yuma is accepted to join you in combat when facing the Sabbat vampire. Go. You'll set him up when instructed to during another event. He'll act as an ally, which is why the card's there. Right there.
Oh, right here. Cool.
If the park warden
Makes sense.
If the park warden NPC, the punk teenagers NPC, or the couple NPC are on the tile, push them away to avoid any masquerade breach.
What's a masquerade breach?
That's fleeing NPC can trigger masquerade
Like
breach.
seeing you do something.
So so they're already
Okay,
out of range.
so like we can't go attack that person because they'll see us attack him, won't we? So we
Yeah.
need to go talk to them, get them to leave
Yeah.
first.
So this is saying, is he doing that for us?
No.
How exactly? What's like?
It just says push them away to avoid any masquerade breach and resume playing. I think that means it's telling us to do that.
Like to move them.
To go up to them and talk to them.
Yeah.
Right.
I think like maybe another option would have brought him closer to them, and then this would have pushed him.
Yeah.
So I think we have to go talk to
Yeah.
them to prevent the
So-
breach. But in theory, if we're only going after the Sabbat priest, these two can't breach. Only they can. So all we have to do is go talk to number 13. But
Well,
completionist
it's line of sight, though. I mean,
yeah, so line of sight of this guy, they're looking that way. They can't see
Oh,
him.
yeah.
He's looking this way,
But this is
but only goes 3. There's 3 as their
Yeah.
max.
I also want to see what that is, though.
But yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Completion. So first thing we have to go talk to this dude probably.
I feel like I should be the one to talk to the punk teenagers.
Not gonna matter, I don't think.
Well, you will.
What?
If they're punk teenagers, they're gonna be. They're not.
Oh,
Gonna
more
listen,
aggressive.
So it could be. They may get rough.
Yeah,
so
the
it
park
could be
warden probably wants to do someone who's less like
chill.
chill,
And then
persuasion.
here, who are these guys again?
A couple,
Right. So that's someone who could probably use
either probably any of
your
us.
soft,
Then
your soft touch here.
Joey here has the benefit to investigate.
Right, but we can go. Joey and I can go there together.
Yeah, but he has the one to trigger it.
Yeah, the thing
That, not them.
Also,
Correct.
the thing is, too, when you start something, you have to finish it all the way before it goes to the next person. So
Oh, investigative
Right,
only.
yeah.
It said that.
no, it's for
Right.
everything.
So during your turn, move. So you would move
Yeah.
and then perform. Use an item. Enter dialogue. Trade. Investigate. Begin combat, etc.
Just saying, enter dialogue. You would finish the whole dialogue
Yeah.
before going on to the next.
Yeah.
person.
So right now our dialogue's done.
Yeah, he's just saying whatever we do first, that person is going to.
Oh yes. So I am who? I am this guy.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're probably benefiting from talking to him.
cool.
So now what happens when you get into their line?
No.
So nothing happens if you're in their line of
No,
sight.
because they're not
normally,
aggressive.
They're not aggressive. If they had the red base, it'd be different.
and you can only move one.
Yeah.
Which is why I think
Which is my athletics.
we just we move.
Yeah, we just.
Yeah.
But like you can move too.
Because nothing's gonna change. So I think we just move to where we're going.
Okay.
That's true. So 2 and then 1.
Well, because when he gets there, that's where he'll do the thing based on what.
But then you can
well.
just keep going.
Yeah.
So the question is, his line of sight's that way. Do you want to go around behind?
No, because he's not aggressive.
Right now, I don't know what's going to happen when I talk to him.
Well,
yeah, but
we're
if you
past
talk to
them.
him, you can't stealth him because you're talking
That's
to
true.
him.
You can't just hop there.
We're talking about. We really just said just move.
Yeah, just
No,
move.
but you have to move your 2 first because whatever
Yeah,
happens with him could change.
It's
no,
like,
because you don't have to interact.
yeah,
with him.
there's no.
But
there's
I'm going
no,
to.
But wait until we get over there.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's
Sure,
no
okay.
there's no turn order for the bad guys, so it's like D&D rules.
Oh,
you just,
sure,
You just
okay.
move to where you're going.
So do you want to come with me so you can investigate that
Yeah,
when we're finished with
yeah.
that? And then here's the next thing.
Because I didn't activate
Should
stealth.
I
You didn't activate stealth either.
be here when talk to them? Will they still potentially see?
No, 3.
1, 2.
No, what are you on rows? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, because they're looking this way.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
There's no rows like this.
I thought there was originally. So you want to be here?
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to this warden first.
Okay. So.
What do you
Yeah, I guess you can do it.
got? So, what's the warden? What was the warden's number? Right? Does that matter?
Number 12.
Does that tell us?
They're
Oh,
both-
here we go.
Okay.
Park warden, page 59. Park warden. The park warden is doing his evening rounds when you approach him. He is a man in his 50s with gray hair and a protruding stomach. He looks tired, but smiles at you.
Hey.
Good evening. The park will be closed soon. What can I do for you? Do we engage in idle chit-chat? Pose as an undercover detective? And I can only do this if I have animalism, which I don't. So pose as undercover detective requires a check. The other one is just chit-chat.
What's the check that you have to do?
Social plus subterfuge, which I can easily do.
Let's say do that.
All right. So make a social plus subterfuge check. So difficulty 3. I have 2 guarantees. I roll 3 dice, so 2 and 1. So I just need 1 success. Mine. Oh no, that counts. That's a success.
Yeah.
Woo!
That was a skull.
Yeah.
Again.
Okay, so 3. So
Nice.
success. Go to D5. D5. You take on a serious look and rapidly flash a random card from your wallet before closing it back up. We're part of an undercover sting. There are dangerous criminals in the park this evening, and we want everyone to stay safe while we move in for the arrest. The warden's visibly afraid. Of course, officers. Here, take my park keys. They may come in handy for your investigation.
Nice.
You can just leave them at the front gate when you're done.
Must see what that is.
Yeah.
You must need the keys for that thing.
Yeah, he specifically said for your investigation. So.
Mm-hmm.
Retrieve item 38. Set of keys. Discard after use.
Nice.
So we'll just put that right there for us to have available.
I think you still have to hand him to me. We'll have to look that up.
Oh, yeah.
Most likely because you have.
Yeah,
it,
so use trade an item with an adjacent character. So
Yeah.
I have to be
Okay.
adjacent to you. So let's keep that right there. All
So
right.
we can wait for you to come over and then we can...
Remove the park warden from the map.
Nice. So then you want to just come over to us. There's one.
I was just waiting for you, but
All right. We're all there. So
but if you're gonna,
do you have to be adjacent to do this with us, like to the person?
so the only time we're together is in combat. If it's just talking, only one person triggers dialogue. Investigative, only one person triggers investigative.
Right, but like what we just did with Yuma, where you guys went back and forth to do the checks.
I think that was a special thing.
We were all. I think this is all you because it's your dialogue.
Okay.
Because that was an event.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Vince also says everybody.
Punk Teenagers, page 37. Let's go, you little bastard.
I hope the couples are on page 69.
This one's smoking weed. You spot a handful of young punks making small dope deals with someone wearing a hoodie. As you approach, the hooded customer makes a run for it while the punks can't seem to decide what to make of you. Their leader takes a menacing step towards you. The fuck are you? This is our turf. You costume clowns, bounce! So, we can threaten them with bodily harm, pose as a rival gang. Oh, interesting. And then it just jumps right down to if you have a set of keys, give it to them so they'll leave.
That's just an option.
So
We're not-
we can sort of be like, yo,
I don't know if we should do that, though.
I'm
No,
not
I don't
Yeah.
think so. No, we're not giving them.
Because then they're going to do this.
Oh, no.
Here you go, have some
Okay.
park keys.
Yeah, so we'll do the social intimidation, I think, which is threatening them with bodily harm.
Okay, nice.
Okay, so the check is difficulty of 3.
So you need 1.
So I need 1.
All right, you got
There's
it.
the 1.
Woo!
All right.
Black.
Success. Going to D2. Holy shit, we're just kids.
I thought that was you reading ahead. Be like, oh, yeah.
It's quite simple, kids. You do
4 out of
what we
10.
tell you to do, and no one has to call a doctor for reconstructive surgery. Unless you prefer to collect broken ribs. It's a service we're glad to offer at no extra cost. Hey, look at that. They're scared of you now. If the park warden NPC is on the tile, ask them to chase him away.
He's not.
He is not, so ask them to leave the park. D12. Get the hell out. As you glare at them, the teens leave in silence, obviously scared. Serves them right. Remove the punk teenagers from the NPC tile, from the map, and resume playing.
Get the fuck out of here.
There you go. So then what do you do to interact with...
So it just says go to the special
Is it
investigation
that
page
and one to
of the
TP?
chapter
TP?
booklet.
Okay. Oh, the TP it's called.
When investigating area, refer to the chapter booklet. The token blocks movement in line of sight. Once a player is done, discard the token. Mental skills are often called upon during this check. Or during this thing.
Okay.
I thought I was going to get the hit then.
You go hit the couple.
So they're going to die before we get there.
Push them in the back.
If we took too long, they just die.
You might.
The teepee. A badly maintained teepee that most likely stems from a previous exhibition lies here. It's been turned into a shelter by some of the neighborhood homeless, as well as various wildlife specimens. It's filled with trash and reeks of raccoon feces.
Yeah.
You can investigate its
What?
contents if you want.
The feces? Investigate the feces?
Huh.
Let's investigate the feces.
All right.
Make a mental plus search check. So it's 3 dice and then 3.
What do you need?
Here's.
Oh, it's different.
Oh, is it?
Focus, investigate.
So
Oh.
0 to 2 successes is.
Oh, it's based on how many successes.
Yeah.
So he's
and
got to roll and see what happens.
So,
So you have
automatically
3.
have 3 to start.
Okay, so then it shouldn't matter.
There's no skulls on the black dice, so.
Yeah.
5, 6 total?
Yeah,
Nice.
so definitely investigate those feces.
He's got right up in there.
That's not coon shit. That's squirrel shit.
The hot stuff coming through. As you discard various junk and containers of foods and beverages, you find a partially hidden bottle of vodka with 2/3 of its contents. You also find a dirty, tattered plaid shirt you can use as a fuse. Ooh. You start crafting, and a few minutes later, you've got
Molotov?
yourself a pretty decent Molotov cocktail. Take the Molotov cocktail item card.
Nice.
Number.
This is a 1.
Oh, number 1. Okay, that's number 1. That's card number 1, yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, what card number is that? It was all stack here.
Nice.
I'm not going through all those and finding that.
So you comment, place a fire token on a hex in your line of sight.
Is there a limit to how many items you can hold?
Not according to what I saw.
Okay. Remove investigation token. And we go back to playing.
Okay. So we're going to go talk to the couple here. So they're probably going to need persuasion most likely, I would think, right?
I would assume so as well. Just be
So-
like, hey, you should just like get out
Should
of
we
here.
position ourselves in a way just in case like something triggers with that when we talk to them? So like, should I put myself here?
Yeah,
in the way?
might as well.
Oh wait,
Okay, then you're in line of
because
sight.
he's aggressive, right?
No.
No, black. Still not. Red base
Oh,
only.
red's aggressive.
Red
yeah.
base only, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, all right, that's fine.
So then we can just go here.
It's mainly like dogs and shit you gotta worry about.
Okay,
Hellhounds.
you did it again.
I know. I don't know. I hate because it's like it's not directly facing them. That's what bothers me. I'll take that. So we'll talk to the couple, and then you figure out the boss.
Yeah, she for a threesome, and then Steve leaves the game.
She's not cute enough.
Oh, She's a bit of aggravated.
The couple. You casually approach the couple sitting on a park bench, and you can see the Sabbat vampire nearby directing his ghouls. The couple looks up to you, all smiling. Hello there. Perfect evening, isn't it? Do we try to make them leave or engage in friendly chit-chat?
I don't trust him.
Yeah, they don't sound like.
Do we chit-chat, try to get some more info?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do
A little
engage
too
in friendly
close to him and
chit-chat.
not
Yeah.
scared.
Yeah.
Introductions. You casually walk up to the couple, stop at a polite distance, smile, and engage them in inane chit-chat. Isn't this the best time of year to enjoy the botanical garden? I'm sorry to ask, but have we met before? The couple smiles back shyly. Maybe we have. We're local artists, and we own a small sculpting workshop in the neighborhood. As they say that, you notice one looking at the other insistently, like their stories aren't quite on the same page. Maybe there's something there. Study them more closely. Roll a social plus insight check.
Throw that fire in their
So
face.
3.
Yeah.
So 3 plus persuasion. It doesn't even matter what I roll. The check was for 3. Success, D6.
You really successed.
No, I rolled a 7.
Yeah.
Nice. Can't do that later. D5. Nah, false alarm. You dig deeper into their body languages and micro expressions. You even try to skim the surfaces, or their surface thoughts. Humans are so easy to read.
Their surfaces.
You didn't skim them. I also read skim, not skim. You don't spot anything out of the ordinary other than a general sense of uneasiness coming from them. They're clearly uncomfortable with you being there. Do we tell them the park isn't safe or ask about their workshop? What was their type of workshop?
That's an artist workshop.
Yeah.
A sculptural one. I think we definitely asked about their workshop. Yeah.
Maybe get something that's useful?
Mm-hmm.
Or do we just be like, hey, get the fuck out of here?
I feel like getting to leave, because like if they're in line with him, getting to leave, then that makes things happen to one of these guys, where we can't see.
No, they're already gone off the map.
Or if he can expose, but they're just off the map. But
I think they're
I have
literally
no
they're
idea.
out of this chapter.
I have no idea how the game's gonna work or what the potential
true.
things are.
Yeah.
They seem sketchy. Like it seems like the game wants us to not do what we did with these two, telling them to leave.
Yeah.
So go to the workshop?
You're not going to the workshop.
Or ask about the workshop. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so D9. The workshop. Well, actually, the workshop isn't open yet. It's more of a work in progress. Yeah, artist things. We'd rather not say too much about it right now. They're clearly being vague on purpose, and it's becoming annoying. Do we insist to know the workshop's name? Or ask to buy drugs? They're obviously pushers. Let's buy some drugs.
Amazing.
We're not dealers. Right. So what kind of drugs are you dealing and how much is it? The couple seems genuinely surprised. Are you crazy? We're not selling drugs. Leave us alone. If you have the bag of dope card, plant it on them.
We don't,
That's amazing.
don't have that.
Do we pretend to be police officers
I got some dope from
or
this kid.
make them understand in graphic terms that it's time to leave? So police officers is the easier check for me,
Okay.
which is an instant pass. Just roll for fun. Doesn't matter. Difficulty was 3. I have 3 successes for persuasion. D19. Police. The couple watches you mouth agape. They're clearly in deeper than they thought. They decide to fully fess up. They both explain they were paid by the Sabbat vampire to act as a lookout. They take off running. Remove the couple from the
I would
tile.
have warned him. Somewhere.
Resume playing.
Yep. It's gonna be like if these people are on there, he was already aware and he attacks you first.
So probably we should all go, but probably you
Yeah.
should be the one to interact
Yeah,
as
that's
the
fine. Man.
aggressor.
So we'll corner.
Flank?
I don't know if there's any flanking bonus, actually.
Probably not.
Didn't matter, Madara anyway.
It's not my fault that my guy had 300 health.
600 health, yeah. All right. I think everything that says Sabbat Prince.
Why?
Trying to steal your money. All right.
Alibaba and the 40 version? No.
The Grave Diggers. You're about to approach the group led by the Sabbat leader. From afar, you can see they're digging up corpses and dragging some of them back to the van. If the park warden NPC, the punk teenagers NPC, or the couple NPC are on the tile, there's things that would happen. But they're not. So I'm not going to read those. You can figure out what that is.
I
You can play it
guarantee
yourself.
before you continue reading, I guarantee you we're going to come across a chapter where by getting rid of all the people, it actually is worse for us.
Yeah.
Possibly.
There's gonna
but
be
it-
some point that in
but
your
it-
style of completionist,
Well, no,
they're
it's-
like, screw you.
Well, no, it seems like it's written well enough to give you like the context clues. Like, okay, don't do this thing.
So far.
Right. Where like Madara wasn't written that way. Madara was just like, hey, there's all this stuff, figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
go explore.
Like, here's a loot token. Pick it and see what happens.
The ground collapses beneath you by trying to get the loot.
And now you're on a different map.
Screw you. So time to face a Sabat group. So something else would have happened entirely. It just said resume playing. If those people are still on the tiles, we would have had to get rid of them all before we could even face them.
But they could have attacked us if we took a different path with them, I guess.
Potentially. So E16. Here we go. E16. The vampire monologues. The Sabat vampire looks at you from his vantage point on a small hill. A series of what appear to be graves have been dug out, and bodies in various stages of decay lie here and there. Several thugs and dogs can be found in the area. With the mortal blood slaves dragging bodies into a van, you assume these people are ghouls. The vampire walks slowly in your direction, dragging what appears to be a corpse of a strangely clad kindred. There are clear signs he was the victim of diabetes. So I said it for a second. Diablerie? Diablerie? I don't know. Diablerie. Erie.
Oh, McDonald over here?
Dilaborate.
Sure.
Dilaborate. Whatever.
I assume lack of blood.
The unholy
not lack
act
of
of
cookies.
The unholy act of a vampire being drained to the point of
Okay.
losing
Sorry.
their very
Good
souls
call, Bryce.
by another one. The Sabat leader drops the corpse dismissively. I expect the prince would send someone to me, but I'm a bit disappointed, honestly. He looked at each one of you for a few seconds before concluding that you're not actually threats. He gestures to a few of his ghouls, both human and canine. They get ready to attack you.
Yeah.
Your corpses will send a fine message to Camarilla, I think. He laughs loudly and leaves you to your fate. Remove the Sabat priest from the tile.
Wow, we don't even fight him.
Get ready to fight.
Oh, yeah.
E22. All right, got the setup diagram. Set all players and the Yuma Mackenzie 16 NPC, the Vicious Doberman number 17 NPC, and the Enraged Pitbull number 14 NPC, the Old Variant number 6 NPC, and the Steel Street Muzzle number 15 in the designated areas. Okay, I gotta find all those.
Wow, okay.
I need to pick. I want the pictures.
Oh, sorry, hold on. So
Bear with us as we find all of these.
oops.
Yeah, so I was right. It really didn't matter where we moved because combat's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you're stealth, which it didn't matter.
So flashlight
Oh, I think
is there.
Doberman.
So he goes here.
I think the 14.
We go 1, 2, and radar right there, like that. All right, there you go.
Is there a clove?
Okay, let's see. For 14, 17. Yep, perfect. So we need Old Vagrant and Street Muscle. So number 6 and number 15. So it's due to the red
Number
band.
6.
Yep. And then due to the red bandana right there. Oh man, that was the easiest.
Old James.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
So we move
Okay,
these
if the
off
park
the
warden
map.
NPC, punk teenagers, or a couple NPC are on the tile, things are about to get dirty. Ooh,
So they're not. So we're good.
they're not. Otherwise, go to E24. You want to continue with that while I clean this up?
We gotta put it. Wait, before you go to D20, we gotta put them out based on that location.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. All right, so this is the dog. So from him, can you rotate that 180 degrees? Oh, right.
Hilarious.
So from him, 1.
Oh, for a second I was like, it's upside down, but I was like, it's because you're upside down.
I am. Okay. This one goes here. The other dog goes there. This dude, where's his arrow? Goes there.
We can probably organize ourselves differently then. You can do 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Yeah, we can go like that.
Yeah.
Alright.
Because you have no fighting abilities, I have no fighting. Oh, you have special. I mean,
I have a Molotov cocktail, but I feel
that's
like
true.
it's gonna make a mess. So
I'll stand right there.
because I
My
know,
dude's just about to smite them.
I know it's when fire goes down. I know
It's every
spreads.
adjacent hex. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you could like toss a fire right there.
But then you can't really rush in either because you might get hit with fire.
That's true. Something else.
So what is
22, I think.
E24?
24.
All right, combat in the gardens. Combat begins. Yuma McKenzie uses the Yuma McKenzie 8 state card, whatever.
Okay.
Old Vagrant NPC uses the Old Vagrant number 4 state card. Old James.
Old Vagrant number 4. Hey, that's actually number 4.
Oh, that's where we assign numbers. So we put them on the card. And
What?
then that's got it.
No, the numbers on the card tell us what initiative number they go. So this says initiative 2, they go on to initiative number 2. Based on how many players there are.
Yeah.
And he is initiative 5.
Yeah, but we still use these to show.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
like so and Yuma's 5. You what?
So those numbers don't
Yeah,
correspond.
these
to
numbers
those.
are yeah.
No,
So
no,
5 means where
No,
on
no,
here
no.
he goes, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so he's just a 5 on 5.
If he's 5, we got to assign them.
That's
numbers.
what I was saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
So he would be 5.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
He's going on 5.
Yeah.
This doesn't matter.
Street Muscle NPC uses Street Muscle number 5 card. Street Tough.
Okay. What else we got? Vicious Doberman.
Number
Rage
6
Pitbull.
and number 7.
Yes.
Oh, that was easy.
They did something, right?
And it just says if you win, so it's telling us just to beat them.
Actually, you know what? Let's do this. What does our map look like here? That's the top.
No, they're fine.
Do we have room on the bottom? Oh, we don't have room on the
No,
bottom.
they're fine. So they're all 4 next to each other.
We have 5. That's why. I was going to do like us
Yeah,
on
there's
top.
plenty of room there.
There we go.
All you gotta do is move this one over.
So 8, he is at the 4 mark. We need one more set of numbers. 3 at the 4 mark as well. 6 on the 2. And 7 on the 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
And then ours are just physical, so
So physical, my physical is 2.
mine's 2,
What's your physical?
3.
Okay. So, we'll just read this out for everybody real quick here. So, how combat works. So, combat begins when it tells you via dialogue, event, line of sight, triggering other things. Combat ends when all enemy NPC danger trackers are reduced to 0. Every player character has been sent into torpor, or an event tells us to. Initiative. So, initiative corresponds to the physical attribute value on our card, the displayed initiative value on the NPC card. Character NPC initiative can never exceed 6 or be lower than 1. Place initiative tokens to the side of the tracker there. Make sure they're paired up like we already did. An active turn begins when the initiative tracker reaches a character or NPC as an initiative token. When the character or NPC active turn is over, move their token to the other side of the board. So it says start on it says start on the left side. We have to go mid view.
No.
There.
So how do you know who in that line goes first?
It says between us and them who goes first, and then you get to choose. I think. Hold on. Stack NPC tokens together that share the same initiative tracker value. If an player or NPC changes during combat, move their corresponding token equivalently. Modifiers remain in effect until the end of combat. If an NPC and character both have the same, player always goes first. Ally would always go next, and they're considered as players. If 2 players have the same initiative, we get to decide.
Okay.
A combat round is completed when all initiative tokens have been moved to the other side. Hold initiative. Before performing an action during your active turn, a player can choose to lower their initiative value. Move it down to a lower number. This becomes your new initiative value for the remainder of combat. I don't know why you want to do that unless you have a card that requires a different initiative. When combat begins, form an active hand of cards of this for this particular combat. An active hand You must select a number of cards equal to physical plus mental.
So 5.
Mine's 4. You can find those on your character sheets.
Do you randomly do it, or do you?
No, you get to choose.
Okay.
So yeah, you get to choose. Combat deck for the NPCs. So the NPCs tell you what type of NPC they are on the front. So we'll go back to this view. So here we have an animal. I wish it would tell you on this side. That's actually annoying. This is obviously also an animal. So we have the animal NPC deck for both of them. Street Muscle is a ghoul. Old Vagrant is a ghoul. They will get the ghoul deck. So that is for both of them. Yuma over here is an ally. He would get...
Oh, cards we can play on the actual board, too.
Sure. No, yeah. Where's the ally deck? Where'd he go? Did I put him away by accident? Oh, yeah, because we're like, oh, we don't need these cards. Because we don't have any allies. Yes, there's the ally deck. Okay. So each NPC has their own deck made up of cards. At the beginning of combat round, players select one card from their hand, unless they are discarding all their cards. This will provide the players with an attack, which provides bonus dice to an attack, no defense. A defense provides bonus dice to defense, no attack, or mix provides values to both. Special, an NPC-specific combat card that can only be played by these can only be played by allies and NPCs. So that's what their cards are. A mix card can be used to give a character a bonus attack or defense. Okay, the card would tell you what to do. So example, the punch combat card, which I believe we have. So for example, the punch combat card, which I'll show right there. The punch card gives +1 die to defense, but none to attack. If it is used to attack, the attacking player gets no bonus die from playing this card, but would gain an extra die if the card was used to defend. Positioning. For a character to use a combat card, they must be next to the target. So they must be adjacent to the target. If you're using ranged weapon, then the ranged weapon would apply to line of sight. If the target is outside of range, they cannot be attacked with range. For an NPC to, and by the way, people block line of sight. For an NPC to use a combat card, they must be adjacent to the target, unless the card tells you otherwise. Players and allies cannot move through a hex occupied by an enemy, but can move through each other. When an NPC attacks, rotate the standee so the arrow faces the target. On a player's active turn, they can rotate their miniature as often as they like. Once the player's active turn is over, the miniature can no longer be rotated. So that's something to keep in mind for us for line of sight. Attack bonus. When attacking an NPC from behind, add +1 damage. Since allies are under the control of players, it is up to them to determine how they move and attack. Every state card has a default target for that NPC's attacks. So that is the upper left-hand corner here. Closest, self, most injured, least injured, highest initiative, lowest initiative. So closest, closest. This is most injured, closest, and closest.
What was that?
So this tells you what type of enemy they attack.
Oh, okay.
So in this case, they'll attack the closest one to them. This one will attack the most injured. That's within range, I'm assuming. If the target is unreachable, the NPC will always pursue the next available target. When using an attack that's not ranged, the character must target an adjacent NPC. Line of sight is used for ranged weapons. So that makes sense based on how you're looking. Begin the combat round. At the beginning of combat, each player will individually select a combat card, place it face down. Players may announce what type their cards are placed. We can talk to each other. Then they draw the top NPC combat deck card. Placing them face down on the table next to their state card. The next player and NPC proceed to play in order of initiative, taking their active turns. Okay. During your active turn, you may do the following, which is on this card here. So you can move your athletics +1.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't use athletics. Oh, yes, you would do the same way. It doesn't matter. Okay. So you can use the blood. So that is mend damage, blood surge, or use a discipline card. Perform an action, which is
what is use the blood?
Use the blood, the category. So the three things are you can mend damage. So that's to help reduce your damage.
But we don't have blood to use. Or is that your humanity?
No, use the blood is literally the category type.
Your hunger goes up.
Your hunger will go up, but like, yeah, it's
So
just...
raise your hunger
Yeah.
to do those things. Okay.
Yeah, but it's out of here somewhere. So you can mend damage, you can blood surge, or use a discipline.
What is blood surging?
It's like a +1 to a lot of things, to movement, attributes.
So here it is. So use the blood. Mend damage, you can decide mends 2 points of damage. So that would be your action that turn. Blood surge, add 1 to your initiative, add 1 to an attribute of your choice, and add 1 to your movement.
Okay, so initiative, 1 to the attack and 1 to your movement. Okay.
No, 1 to an attribute.
Which is going to be most likely.
Or not any of the attributes you can add 1 to, yeah. But I think that's a permanent addition.
No, it's
Right?
definitely not.
Oh, so it's just for the battle?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so you can do movement, then you can do that, and then perform one of the following. Use a combat card to attack, defend, or mix. Use an item card. Discard a combat card to increase your movement by 2. Or give or take an item from an adjacent player. Then end your turn. So if you choose to use a combat card, flip it face up, read it off, tells you what to do. When playing an attack card, begin by tallying up your automatic successes from skill points. That's the same as you were using an attack. So if you use the brawl skill, requires brawl cards. So it tells you on your combat cards what type of card it is. So if it's a brawl card, use your brawl skill and so on. So you roll up, or you add your thing, you roll the number of dice for your physical attribute, just like we've been doing, add your successes, resolve damage value of the attack subtracted by the resistance number of the NPC.
Okay. And then the pluses that are on here, like if it's an attack or damage, means you're rolling an additional die.
Yes.
Or more. For the mixes, it just means that you're playing that the both
You
attack
choose.
and
When you
defense.
play, no, when you choose, you're saying I'm playing it for attack or I'm playing it for defense.
Okay.
Determine the damage. Follow the formula, blah, blah, blah. Place the used cards in the discard pile. Players may also recover discarded combat cards by spending a will point. So once you've used the card, it's discarded, but you can spend a will point to gain it back. Defending. Play a card. Same thing, but the opposite direction. So you're just blocking instead of attacking.
Then once all your cards are gone.
Oh, I didn't get that far.
Oh.
So defending, roll dice equal to your physical attribute. Add up your skills based on the defense card. You can spend resistance tokens to reduce damage if you had resistance tokens. At the end of combat, if you have resistance tokens left, discard all tokens, gain initiative. Okay. NPC's active turn. On an NPC's active turn, reveal the combat card and resolve the attack. NPCs can only move to reach its target. The NPC will move before attempting an attack. Next, discard the combat card, place it in the appropriate NPC's combat discard pile. Once they've played all their combat cards, shuffle the deck. If the NPC combat card increases their resistance, the bonus remains until the end of the round. If an NPC attacks, tally up their damage by adding their attack attribute card bonus. So they have an attack bonus here. And they also have some other stuff listed on the card. If the targeted player has not played a defense card, you take full damage. So that makes perfect sense. So if you defended, you would decrease that attack by your defense. Place the combat card in the discard pile. When an NPC plays a defense card, tally up their resistance the same way but the opposite direction. If the NPC's damage tracker is full, remove its token from the tile.
So the damage tracker is what's on the bottom of these cards?
Yeah, so those little red things are.
Oh.
So we only have to go to 3-player mark.
Got it. There's a little mark. There's a little ticker.
Yeah. So we just have to get to the 3-player mark. Do we have any more red die or red?
No, there are little red tickers that
Yeah.
attach to the bottom of the card.
Oh, there is slider.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna actually move these guys and put these cards over here. The way.
Not sure. All right. So last thing here, allies and summons are meant to aid players. On the ally's active turn, reveal the ally combat card, resolve it. Allies attack the same way an NPC would. Defending the same way an NPC would. Summoning would be summoning someone. We don't have any abilities to do that yet. All right, so So at the beginning of combat, we all choose our combat card before anyone goes.
So it still answer the question of when we run out of cards, what do we do?
It's gonna have to be the same thing. It didn't say it, but I'm assuming it has to be just shuffle.
You spend willpower to bring him back.
Oh, you do. Okay, so you do have to do that. That's the only way to do it.
Does
Then.
you just spend 1 willpower and
One
bring back
per
your entire
card.
discard?
No.
Per card.
Oh no, players all discarded combat cards. 1 willpower, all
Oh,
cards.
so that wouldn't make sense as per card.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. So anytime during combat, you can do that. Spend 1 willpower, get all cards back. So players proceed in order of initiative. Is it high to low or low to high?
Dude,
High
that's
low.
a lot of health. Jesus.
It's a good thing he's on our side.
Wait, what if he was on our side?
So then specials. It doesn't say, but I'm assuming go into effect if the requirement is met. Right? When does this? Oh wait, special.
Powerful shovel.
It has a specific. So there's a specific card in the deck that says special on it.
Does it?
If it says special, then you do their special. Just like, Tainted Grail, or whatever we've been playing. Oh, I said Farraguard.
So we have to take
No, Farraguard doesn't have that either. What game do we have that had that? Where we flipping? Oh, Witcher, Old World has that. Use the special card. Yeah, that was what I was thinking of. All right.
You see that quick reference?
Like we said,
If you initiate combat while in stealth mode, get +2. Obviously, that would never have happened in this scenario,
No.
but other scenarios, that's good to know.
to an attack.
No, 2 initiative.
Okay. So you can move 4. He can see up to 3. He attacks closest.
My only other question is: does the item is an item included in your card count?
No, use your item. It's on there. Use an item. You can use an item instead of using your combat card.
Okay.
Actually, it's in the combat sequence.
So,
So use a combat card or use an item.
I would still have 5.
Yeah. So you have, your count is just your combat cards.
Okay.
So I have 4 that I need to take. Oh, that's really easy to decide on what 4 I
Yeah,
need.
because we don't have weapons.
We don't have weapons, yeah.
I had to make a little bit more choices. I have so many more combat cards.
Yeah, but if you don't have weapons.
I know. So those ones, but I still have all these to choose from.
Oh.
So I was looking to see what slow did. So slow lessens the movement of.
I have that too. We all have that.
But I'm not gonna use that.
Yeah, that one we all have.
I don't get see, for defense on a mix it's +0 die. It would just be your instant success, right? So like
No, so if you say I'm using this card for defense,
yeah.
that means if they attack you, you get a roll defense dice.
But if you have 0.
Plus
It
0,
doesn't-
bonus.
It doesn't add any
But
additional
you're
ones.
guaranteed to get whatever it said.
Oh, for physical, right? 2.
Yeah, so you get
Okay.
that. But if you say you're using it for attack, you get 0 defense
Okay,
dice.
that makes sense. Okay. All right. You can still.
Yeah, physical. Yeah, so if you don't say the word you're using it for defense, you get no defensive
Okay.
blockage. You have to.
Since
use
you're
defense.
you're overextending.
Yeah. So what do we have here for health? So Yuma's helpful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 6, and 6.
Now hard
Kick the dogs.
So he attacks. So his initiative is 2. His attack is 2. His resistance 2. Is that what that means?
No. Well, yeah. So initiative, yeah. So he attacks for 2, resistance 2. So we should probably get rid of the dogs first. They have the lowest health and the hardest attack.
So when they attack, they just straight up hurt you if you're not defending for the entire
Everybody.
2.
All
Right.
NPCs.
No, before they're attacking.
Yeah.
They're not attacking everyone at once.
No, but all NPCs, if they attack you, if you didn't use defense, you don't get any defense.
Yeah, I know what I was saying. So like if a dog came in and attacked me specifically, I would just lose straight up whatever their attack value is.
Plus their dice roll.
They
Or
won't-
plus their card roll. Based on what the card says.
Gotcha.
So any bonus they would get on the card.
Gotcha.
We actually aren't that versatile on health. I only got 4 health. So that would suck.
And I'm assuming we're going
You
top
have the
to
Molotov.
bottom.
What's your Molotov do?
You throw it, it creates a fire, but then each like turn the fire like spreads. So like I can't really throw it at the beginning because if we try to run in there after, you might get fucked.
And none of us have ranged weapons.
Yeah.
What do we go top to bottom now?
That's what one thing I was. Let me actually see if there's a combat example.
There must have a million examples for stealthing.
That is accurate.
They were proud of that stealth mechanic.
Now you must go top down because uppercut here, the target loses 1 initiative, which essentially is you're knocking him out and slowing him down.
Yep, top to bottom. So before initiative, we all select a card, put it face down, including them.
So we just like 1 for each person
you
who's
shuffle these
going
already?
right now. We can shuffle a little more. But... So just number 5 right now is selecting your card.
No, everybody. It says because if we're defending, we have to decide now.
Got it.
So everybody gets a card. So Ghoul 1, Ghoul 2. And then they each get a card. I should slide that way slightly.
What is their movement points?
Fine, doesn't
So then you can just put the cards right there. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
boom.
but we still need him to have a card underneath him also.
Oh, yeah, because he gets an ally card deck.
Yeah.
That's something. Okay, 1, 1. And then, yeah, he's going to shuffle and get his card out. What was your card? Sorry.
Their movement.
Their movement's their top left corner here. So 4,
Okay.
4, 3, and 2.
Shit.
So they can all move at us.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, oh, and we're going top down, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So our dude gets to go first.
Oh, I gotta choose my card first.
Oh, yeah. Same.
Yeah, we definitely need him to take somebody out.
So it says we all select our cards, place them face down. Cool.
And so the card we're placing down right now, if it's a mix, it'll be defending against them, and then when it comes to our turn, we can also use it as an attack. So we're choosing 1 card for the entire round right now.
Yes.
That's what's happening.
So at the beginning of combat, each player selects a combat card. Players may announce what type they are playing, draw the NPC cards as we just did, play in initiative order, active turn. So player active turn. The player will move, you can use blood, you can perform the actions. If you choose to use your combat card, turn it face up. You can use a defense card before your active turn in response to an attack against you.
Mm-hmm.
Discard that card afterwards. You cannot play another combat card until your next active turn.
Right. So whatever this is right now is one.
That's the whole round.
The whole round. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
In the mix, you have to announce as soon as you play it what it is, right?
It says on the card too.
No, you have to announce if you're using the mix card for attack or defense.
Oh, you can't. You mix doesn't like makes you use it for both.
No.
I thought mix says you're using it defending, but it also allows you.
No,
to
use the. So let's say, for example, I put a mix down right now. I don't have to flip this card until I'm attacked or I'm going to attack. So I can decide at that point in time. But once you've made that decision, you're stuck with it.
Huh.
So if someone's going to attack you, you could be like, oh, I'm going to use this for defense. But if someone doesn't attack you based on their card, you don't have to flip it until your time, and then you can say, oh, I'm going to attack instead. Okay. So...
Sure.
Okay. My card's down. Sounds good. Okay. So, we start off. Number 5, our ally.
Goes first.
So, our ally first will move 3. It says the closest person. So, they will move 1, 2.
So they do that before they flip their card?
I guess it doesn't matter. Well, no, yes, because it says you move first, then you use the blood, then you use combat card.
Okay. So he's going to either way he gets the initiative, right?
So +1 initiative, so he gets to move up the initiative track by 1.
And then he's attacking.
So punch.
And the closest, but then how do we choose which one of those two?
It says if they're the same, we get to choose because it's our ally.
Okay.
So it's the 2 dogs,
can you go for
so
2?
we should attack this one. Because this one has an attack of 4, that one has an attack of 3.
Okay, there it is. I was looking to see what the special card would look like.
Oh, it's obvious.
Yeah, just as straight up says special 2. Okay, does anyone
Hold on.
hit harder?
No, yeah, him.
Oh, for sure, him then. The rage pitbull.
Makes sense. Versus,
Yeah.
no, Doberman's pretty vicious, yeah, literally.
Yeah, but he
Question?
hits harder.
I was just trying to see like the mixed stuff, but whatever.
He's less.
Because it says like attack/mix and defense/mix. So it's definitely, you get the advantage of you don't have to flip it until you want to flip it.
Uh-huh.
So if you're flipping it in your turn, you're going to use it as attack, or it could just sit there. If you're going to get attack, use it defend.
Okay.
But he's going to get attacked
It just gives you the choice.
right off the bat for most of these people.
Yeah.
So and that makes sense why we're so low in health. So we almost guaranteed to get an attack in because he's gonna get wrecked.
So right now he can choose between either of these. So
we go for the
Rage Pitbull hits harder but has no resistance, and the Vicious Doberman doesn't hit as hard but has 1 resistance. So we thinking go up to the guy who's gonna hurt us more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we do that though, I have one last thing. NPCs.
We'll get there.
Draw the top card, place them face down. So is the NPC not NPCs reveal? Oh, okay. So they don't. So defend. So what?
There's no defense in here. It's all attack.
No, it says the NPC has when it plays a defense card. It could be a defense card right there. I don't know. That's an attack. Oh, maybe it must be some other character then.
Yeah, these are this is a defense card in here.
Who's that?
So we must have to flip them over.
No, but it says on the NPC's active turn, reveal the card.
It does say though, like when you attack one, you flip it over quick to see if it would be affected.
Okay, so these are both attack cards.
Okay.
So we're good. Okay, so he just attacks straight up, goes after him, deals 2 points of damage. So, 1, 2. Because his attack is a 2.
Punch the dog in the face.
Yeah.
Okay. So now number 7, 3, or 8, and we choose. Is that right?
Yeah, because it stack them and then just go through. Unless it's like this scenario, we get to go first, then them. So number 6 is him. He's the weakest.
Well, 7, 3, and 8's next.
Yeah.
So they won't move if they're going to attack the closest person because they're already next to someone, right?
And he's going to go for the most injured, which there is no one most injured, so it's still going to go to the closest.
So 7 goes first, then 3, and then 8 will obviously go after him as well.
So they both attack.
Okay, so we'll start with 7's card. So he attacks for 4. Card said target +2, -1 on the initiative. So 7 will slide down on the initiative.
But it'll be on the other side.
Oh, yes, because it's been used. So it goes down to 3, attacks for 6.
Jesus
He's
Christ.
about to be dead.
Kidding me?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he still has 6 health left.
Okay.
So he's attacking for 3. So we'll go to 3 next. Target +1 damage. So attacks for 4.
Jesus.
1, 2, 3, 4. So we're just like giving this guy up. Here. Here you go. There you go. If you want to do that.
And we're not doing that wrong?
No.
Like, that is definitely the amount that they hurt us for?
That's what it says. It says that plus the card. Just like we have our dice roll plus any card benefit.
Okay.
So now he has to move, though.
Yeah.
So he has a movement of 3. So he's going to go 1, 2.
Need to see.
And he's going to attack.
Oh, it's because this base doesn't hold like the other ones do.
Yeah, blame me. All right.
Special number 1.
Attack +1. Sucker punch. And it worked because he's dead.
Oh my god.
That's good, though. I took all 3 attacks to get rid of him.
Yeah.
So 8 goes over there. He comes off the board.
It's not
No, it's
him.
5. So he just comes off the board. Boom, boom.
Okay, so now it's me.
Yep.
All right.
So now you flip. Or no, you have to move first. So it actually
just-
doesn't matter
I'm
between
just
the 3 of
looking.
us. But
Let's see. All right. So I'm gonna go. What's his thing? 1, 2, 3. He has left.
4.
It's 4 left.
I'm assuming you have to go off, not to the bottom.
We're gonna go. 1 and 2. That's my movement. Let's punch that dog in the face. All right. So we do physical, right? So I get 3 plus. So I assume I'm still red,
Yep.
right? But for myself, I can add my potency level as dice to my brawl. So I have 1. So
Oh, wait, hold on.
I did another
Double check that
black
before.
one as well. Black one. Were you checking?
I think that might be during skill checks only as the red die thing.
Yeah.
Skill checks.
I'm gonna just be under the attacking thing.
That's what I'm looking at. What was it? Skill checks, determine, blah, blah, blah. Red represents the beast. Swap over for each hunger level you have. That's under skill checks only. So attacking here, attack card, number of dice equal your physical attribute, plus any bonus dice. Add your automatic successes from the skill matching your card.
So it's all black.
Okay. So
Yeah,
can
it's
I
all
do
black.
another black on there? So I have 4 blacks. So
What's
3.
your
So I roll
combat
3 is
card?
physical. I'm not using the combat card. So 3. I'm not using it to attack.
Oh, gotcha.
So I 3 dice normally, but my prowess allows me to add my potence. So I have 4 dice. My brawl is 2.
Hold on, before you do that. So you must use a combat card, use an item, discard a combat card to get more movement, or take an item. So to attack, you have to use a combat card.
That doesn't make sense because some of these you can't attack with.
No, you just don't get a bonus dice to attack with.
No, we would because some of you literally don't use to attack. It says you cannot. Oh, these are
I'm just reading the little guy
attack
here.
crossed out.
So it says
Ability
during
mix
your
can be
active
used
turn,
to defend.
during your active turn, movement, so move. Use the blood to do the blood things, and perform one of the following actions. Use a combat card to attack, defend, or mix. Use an item card. Discard a combat card to increase your movement, or give or take an item from an adjacent player. Or do nothing and end your turn. So to attack, you have to use a combat card.
Right, so that's what I was saying beforehand. Then like.
It's like the mix. You have a mix.
Right now, that's what I play. So it doesn't allow you to defend and
Attack.
attack.
But you don't need to defend.
There's one more guy who's coming to attack.
Well, that's up for you to decide.
What I was just saying though, so I can't attack. That's what's stupid is like.
You either attack now or save it if you think he's going to come after you.
So you can't attack somebody else and then defend against another character.
No, and that makes sense. Because it's in a battle phase. You're choosing to defend yourself or you're attacking.
They got like an early Final Fantasy.
Gotta
They
do
have
that
like
shit.
attack.
No, that's normal. That's like
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh! And every
Yeah.
other game.
Hate it.
Where you're choosing attack
Okay.
and defense.
Well, I'm gonna use it then so I can attack. So I'm gonna be able to move to an adjacent hex next to me after doing so. Is the ability.
Oh, so you back out.
I don't have any additional dice being added from this for that, but. All right, 1, 2, 3. Is that
Two.
a 3-er?
A 2 or 2. It's
No.
2. There's only 1 or 2. There's no other. It's 1 or 2.
Oh, there's 3 little things in the
Yeah,
bottom.
no, it's 1 or 2.
Okay, for sure.
Yes, 100%.
That's a 2.
Yep.
I know that's a 2.
Their
The
fangs.
book
okay.
said so.
Make sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. His resistance is 0, so he's dead.
Yeah, which one? This is this one?
Yeah.
So Pitbull comes
He's
off,
gone.
so I don't think we get anything. Let's put him over here just in case.
And I get to move. So
So
what's
7 is gone now.
his movement? 2.
His movement's 2.
So no matter where I go, he's gonna get me, essentially.
Excuse me.
So sure. Go here. Alright.
Alright, so now comes the 2 of us. So we get athletics +1, which only get 1 movement, so we're not even in battle
Actually,
yet.
I'm in someone's way at all from getting whatever.
Neither of us can get far enough.
Yeah.
So I can move there, you can move there.
Or you can't. You can discard your card to move
Oh, I can.
additional 2 spaces, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I will discard my brawl card to right here. This is my good cards. These are my discarded cards.
But you can attack.
Well, I couldn't anymore, but that's fine.
All right.
Oh, because I'm going to take the hit on the back side. Oh, no, that's fine, because they've already
Every
gone.
round, yeah. So if you go to the other side,
1, 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to go right here next to him.
because then he can't get to you.
Okay. Joey? Oh, so then my
Actually,
guy
who's
would...
he gonna attack the closest anyway? Which would be me. So like if Joey went here between us, I'm technically closest.
No, I am. I'm next to him.
No, this guy.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
I can't do much.
You'd have to do the same thing I just did.
I didn't want to get rid of my card though.
So I think you literally
this
you have
round
to
across
use the combat card unless you use an item
No,
card.
it says you can do nothing.
Or do nothing on your turn. That's true.
Yeah.
Does that not get
Or
discarded?
well, what's the Molotov?
Yeah.
Wouldn't the Molotov be beneficial if you throw it right here?
Ooh, yeah.
Or throw it right there.
Because we're nowhere near.
Because he has to move in through it.
I mean, you would avoid it, wouldn't you?
What's it say?
They're
So
not gonna
in
move in
combat,
time.
place a fire
Token
on
on
a
a
hex
hex.
in your line of sight.
First check to use.
Yeah, so if you put it here, it's going to damage both of them.
Okay, so I'll just move up. I'll throw it there.
Okay. The fire token it has somewhere.
Fire token goes to damage people next to it.
Adjacent, yeah. Let me grab it again.
And then it starts spreading.
Tokens.
How is line of sight determined here?
Fire.
Just
If a
3.
character steps onto a hex that's on fire or begins their turn there, they immediately take 2 unpreventable damage. So actually, you should put it there.
But the character won't step onto this hex.
He's going to go the person closest to him.
Yeah, but I don't. But it doesn't make sense that their NPCs are programmed to injure themselves. He's going to go around it. He's literally going to do this.
So I should throw it at somebody.
Yeah,
Wait,
throw it at him.
Yeah.
At the beginning of every round, place a fire token adjacent. Oh yeah, so you can put it right next. Yeah, right on him.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Hit him right in the face.
And then how does it spread?
At the beginning of every turn, place a fire token adjacent to the last fire token
Okay.
in the direction of the closest character or NPC. Characters stop taking damage if they begin their turn on a hex that isn't on fire.
Okay.
So if he moves off the hex, he wouldn't gain. Okay.
So he's
All
down.
right. So
he's down
automatically street. No, this is the old vagrant is down 2. 1, 2. Because
Good.
he started his turn there. So now he's going to do his turn. So he moves and flips.
Hook.
So his movement's 2. Boom, boom. He's going to go after the closest.
I mean, me.
No, it says on the card, lowest initiative. It would
Oh,
then
God
target.
damn it.
So targeting, combat cards will sometimes change the targeting.
I'm gonna defend. So
Since you can do that, yep. So he gets attack of 2, self plus 1 initiative. So he's going to go up to 3 here. He's going to get 1 extra damage, so he's going for 3 damage. So you roll
3.
your physical plus your boost.
One, 2.
2, so you take 1 damage only.
Okay.
Not too shabby.
The brawl is what adds to the defense.
If I had brawl.
That's what I was asking.
Defense, a physical attribute, bonus on the card, automatic successes is the card name. So yeah, these here,
brawl.
the skills are automatic successes on top of your rolls. So you don't roll
Right.
extra dice with that.
That's what I was saying. So if he had brawl, that's supposed to be brawl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you had brawl skill, that's just like an easy success, yeah, on top of.
Got it.
All right.
So you can use brawl cards even though you don't have the brawl ability
Yeah.
at all.
It's
You
just
skip-
no bonus.
Yeah. All right. So now we start a new battle turn. So these go into a discard pile. Oh, that way. And these go over there. Oh, sure. You do that.
Or they're not next to my stuff.
Oh, valid. Okay. So then he gets in. Oh, actually, now we can slide these over. There we go. So now he gets a new card.
Or he doesn't. He's dead.
Oh, he's dead. Fantastic.
Boo.
Let's combat cards away.
Animal. One animal.
We argued with the guy to help us, and then he got his ass kicked.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's good.
Sacrifice
He ended up being the target of it all.
Okay.
Tricked his ass.
So I'm going to do this.
So
now.
that spreads how and when? Right
So at
now.
the beginning of a round, which is right now,
And then all adjacent.
1 adjacent, direction closest to the character or NPC. So right there. So if somehow you can push him back 1 or something like that, then it would happen. Or that one will now danger someone else because they wouldn't, unless they're still there. Or if they're still there. Okay.
Characters always go before NPCs, right? If they're on the same initiative line.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so you're the only one that's injured.
So
So
3
3.
and 8.
an 8. So we can do 8 first because he's next to me. He's going to go after me.
Okay.
So he's going to attack for +1. So he's going to attack for 4. I'm going to defend against it. So I get to go up 1 on the initiative track. I then get +2 dice. So physical is 2. +2 is 4.
I get a guard card. That's a good card.
You have a guard card.
No.
I thought I gave everyone the right cards.
Oh, I do. Never mind.
I'm like, I don't think we all had starting cards. Hilarious. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Missed.
So he missed my attack. He missed attacking me. Okay.
Trips. Dies.
All right. So he's done.
Doberman.
We're supposed to actually. Let's go this way. We'll just flip back and forth.
It didn't. I don't think it says you to start on one side. It just says
It
you
says
to start
start
on
on-
track.
Oh, so start on the left, move to the right when they're done.
Yeah,
But
whatever.
then this works easier.
Vicious Doberman.
So Doberman is going to move to the closest. So he's going to step up. Attack
me.
is special number 1. Most injured. Actually, so we should have flipped that. No, because you want to be able to get to Joey. Because line of sight. Attack +2. So attack for 5.
Well, how far is his movement?
Movement's 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. You can get to Joey.
1, 2, 3. No, isn't it line of sight a thing? Hold on.
No, that's if you're talking about distance.
So we'll check just to be sure.
They have to, like, after their movement, they have to be in line of sight of somebody.
Positioning. For a character to use a combat card, for an NPC to use a combat card, they must be on a hex adjacent to their target. Players and allies cannot move through a hex occupied with an enemy NPC. They cannot, and then we players we can move through each other. NPCs can move through other NPCs except allies, but cannot end their movement there. They cannot move through hex occupied by players. When an NPC attacks, rotate a standee to face you. Okay, yeah, I guess it would then.
Yeah. So he's bloodthirsty, so he's going for the person who's most injured.
No, I
so,
want to go there.
Yeah,
yes,
he
he
would.
would.
Oh, you
1,
can
2,
go through.
1, 2,
That's
3.
right, yeah.
Shortest path.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to attack you unless you have a card to defend.
Yeah. Well.
Or you can use it to defend, yeah?
Yeah. No.
So he's attacking for 5 right now.
So I can only roll 2. I guess the slow token doesn't matter.
still got a
No,
target still.
so he has to slow, like he's go down the initiative track, right?
No. So he loses 1 movement.
Oh.
Yeah, and 3 is still good enough.
Oh, Jesus.
Blanked.
That kills me, right?
Yes, it does.
It puts me out. Yeah.
There's no way for life to spend blood to reroll or anything.
Oh no, willpower. You can roll up 3 black dice per willpower.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Forgot about that.
You should have the 3.
Oh, he doesn't have 3 to roll. He only has 2. Up to 3 you can re-roll.
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh
You
my
can keep
God.
defending if you want.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
This is statistically
Yeah.
not normal. It's
Yeah,
4 out of 10.
This is Nick rolling.
4 out of 10.
Yeah. There we go. Jesus Christ.
2,
Yeah. So, what do you hit me with?
3 more. So you're still alive. You're on 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to use some blood soon.
At the run.
Okay. So now we're on to this side.
So, I mean, you might as. Oh, wait. So it's you and me.
Yes, it is.
So, I mean, I can just go. I'm going to attack this guy here to take him out. So you don't get attacked anymore. So high kicking him right in the face. So I get 3 black dice plus 2 black dice plus 1 more black die.
There's 2, 5.
6 total, please. 1 more.
Damn it.
It's in there. Why do I expect these to be oily?
my gosh.
Oh my god. Steve.
Steve
Leave it to Steve. Alright, so I'm rolling 6 black dice.
I remember the order at least.
6 black guys.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Is he
He's
dead?
blocking 2, so 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has 1 hit left.
It's a resilient old fucking hobo.
You can use willpower to reroll up to 3, right?
Up to 3.
We'll use 1.
To reroll those and hopefully kill him. And
That
then
one
he
is-
nicks it.
Nicked it.
You can spend another.
No, because we don't. How did we get willpower back?
Something you get back at the... Was it damage you get back at the beginning only?
You might get willpower back to the next chapter.
All right, let's just do it. We'll use another one. There we go.
Yeah,
1.
good. He's dead.
He's dead.
Resets the beginning of each chapter.
Perfect.
I
Good.
think
So there's no reason for us not to use it.
Hunger's the only one. It's
That makes
that's why they have the feeding thing.
Nice. All right, so he's gone. So you're safe for now.
All right, so it's my turn now. So for my turn, let's look at this here to do this correctly. So movement plus 1, or 1. I have 1 total. I'm gonna move here. No, he's actually. He's gonna go. Oh, he's this dude. He's gonna go for the most injured, which is Joey. He has 3 movement once he can make it there.
He's already gone.
No, next turn. I'm thinking because he's gonna go first. Next.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move 1 here. I'm gonna utilize the use the blood. So use the blood. I'm gonna blood surge. So for 1 round, add 1 to my initiative. So I'm gonna go to 4 for 1 round only. I am going to gain an attribute of my choice for 1 round and add 1 to my movement. Oh, that doesn't help actually. Because you're definitely getting eaten. And then you don't have damage. I don't have damage.
He hasn't gone yet, so.
We used this card already.
All right, so you can't move more than 1 spot.
Yeah,
So you can bend.
I'm gonna heal myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. This dude can go 1, 2, 3 still and come after you from the other side. So I'm not going to use the blood. There's no reason to do that. Because the only benefit that gives me initiative, attribute. I don't need an attribute for 1 round. Because this round is over. Yeah, so I'm not going to do that. So I'm just doing nothing this turn.
Okay. I'll spend a hunger.
I moved and then do nothing, yeah.
Men 2.
The 1 hungry healed you too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
Yep. All right. So now these get discarded. Ghoul. Special over there. He gets a new card. He gets a new card. We get a new card.
And I am definitely playing guard.
Yep, makes sense. Okay. We should be able to do this.
Yeah. I mean, if I die, so what? I'm out for what, a second until I come back the next round.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
Green
All
eight.
right. First up, what do we want to do? Want to do the Vicious Doberman?
So the Doberman can move 4.
3.
What?
Has a slow
Oh,
token.
3.
But
Oh,
he's also going after the ones most wounded.
oh yeah, 3.
So he's not moving anywhere.
Right, if he were to go first. If this dude were to go first, he'd move to Joey, attack, and potentially...
So either way, Joey's targeted by both people.
Yeah, so who attacks with more dice? They both attack with 3. Neither of us are injured, so he would come after me first. Well, I guess here's a question. Did you use guard? Are you using a defense card or offensive card?
I have a
Here.
mix.
With defensive abilities?
Nope.
Or no. Oh, you have a mix, which you can use defense.
Or
You
no,
just don't
it's
get a
not,
bonus
sorry, it's
die.
not mix. It's just attack. My bad.
Or just-
I've been using mix.
Oh, so I'm also using just attack.
Yep.
Oh, first we had to put the fire down.
oh, yeah.
Ah. So he can't attack Joey then.
What's his movement?
3. Because he's not going to go through fire.
Right.
So he can only attack you or I. He's going to attack me.
Yeah, so have the Doberman go to start. Or have him go, because the Doberman might go after someone else. Yeah, have him go first, because if he hits you or I successfully,
Well, he's going to kill me. Probably.
So I could deal 4 damage.
He has 3, and he's going to deal a special is +1, or any other card could be +1.
You've already got the special ones right there.
No, that's the animal special, not his special.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, their special already, too.
Yeah.
But he could deal +1 like anything else. Like this kick was +1 damage.
Okay. But you can come after me because I get the. Because I can't use this to
How much?
defend.
Oh, no, that's fine, though. He's not going to deal 6.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So 1 fucking bitch. 2, 3. So he moves there.
Mm-hmm.
Flips his card. +1 initiative. So number 8 goes to the top. Cool, that's fine. So attacks for 3.
Okay. I can't defend at all unless I was using this
Correct.
card to defend. Okay.
But that's fine. Because you're alive.
So it hits me for 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Now the Doberman will be coming after me.
No, most injured. That's
So-
true. So he's just going to slide over.
So now you may lose your
Attacker.
Well, it's going to happen either.
whole attacker.
Well, no, because then he's alive. Because it would have killed me and then killed him potentially. So if we did it the other way, where Doberman went first, it probably would potentially could have killed him, and then this guy would have killed me.
Well, we'll see.
This guy's definitely killing you. Attack. +1, so 4.
Doesn't have to. I mean, I can flip that over and defend.
You said it's not a mix.
It's not. Oh, fuck! It's not a mix. Can't defend.
That's my issue too. Oh no, most injured. So I guess here's the philosophy question here. Is most injured how close to death you are, or how many damages you've taken?
How many damages you taken?
No, because most injured to me is like how injured I am. He is 50% injured. You're 50% injured.
What's it say? I don't think it's a percent. I'm pretty sure it's just it goes simply by the number.
Because that wouldn't make sense. Injury is not going to tell me a bitch. Most injured is the card name. Cool. See page 27. It's definitely not going to answer this question. There's no way. Attack, NPC, inflict damage to players and allies. Cool. That's not going to give me an example of that.
Well, the good thing is if we lose, you're supposed to play it over again. So if you want to add more people.
No, it would have been fine if he didn't attack me. I could have.
No, because
If
the
he didn't-
Doberman just would have attacked him.
Yeah, but I hit harder, so I would have definitely killed someone where he won't necessarily kill anyone because they're at full health. That's why I was saying don't attack me. Like that's why I was saying attack you because you wouldn't have died either.
We don't know that until the card was flipped.
I know, I'm just saying.
If he had a
either
+1,
even,
then I
even
was
if
dead.
even if you died, I'm the better one to keep alive.
But if both of us were dead, then it's just you against both of them, and then they
Right.
would have killed you next turn.
No, it would have been just me against one of them because I would have killed one of them this turn. Guaranteed.
Well, we're too late now. This doesn't answer that question.
No, it's definitely the person who has the most injuries.
Okay. Well,
So
can you? Your cards aren't useful yet. So now, so that puts you into a thing.
He's just dead. He's just gone.
Is that what Profer is?
Yeah, it just means you're gone. So till next one.
So that's 3. So now it comes to myself.
Don't forget to move away from the fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna move my 1 here to be behind him because I get +1 for that. I believe I did the thing correctly. Where is our turn? I swear it said if you were behind them, you get +1.
stealth, I think.
I mean, you can't stealth in the middle of battle.
I don't know. I think I don't know. If
I
it's
thought
the
there was a
third
thing
battle.
that said, do flipping the combat card. No, it didn't say it on that page. That's resistance tokens. So attack, roll physical, skill, resolve damage, subtract the NPC's resistance, which they have. Place the attack you discard. You may also discard. We can bring back discarded cards. I swear it said. I swear it said that you can. If you're attacking them from behind, you get a boost.
Pretty sure that was literally it was only talking about when stealthing, initiating a stealth attack.
Well, that was
from
definitely
behind.
during stealthing for sure.
It was initiating a stealth attack from behind.
Oh, attack bonus. When attacking NPC from behind, opposite direction of their thing, +1 damage.
Okay.
Okay, so now I flip my card. Bite. -1 hunger. If you deal +1 damage, I get +1 die. So I get 3 dice.
So stupid. I would have been rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice.
Or actually, no, I can. Hold on. It's not done yet. Because I can do the blood thing first. Right? Use the blood.
Yeah.
So I can do it the other way. So what page is this? 36. So you blood surge. Add 1 to an attribute of your choice, which is going to be physical. So use the blood. I just have to do a rouse check. I rolled a blank. Your hunger increases by 1. The rouse check only affects your hunger level and is rolled after using the blood. So does that mean I fail it?
No, because if you roll the skull, then you do 2.
Then okay, so I pass. Okay, so I get +1 initiative for this round. I get +1 attribute and +1 of my movement. Movement's not going to change, so I just roll a 4th die now. He has a resistance. I'm attacking. Oh, so this dude. Resistance of 1. So 3 +1 for my thing. 4. He's going to take 3 damage. I'm going to use 1 willpower to reroll both of these. So 2, 5, 6. So he takes 5. 2, 4, 5. Down to 3. Joey. Now can you kill this dude?
No, because I played a guard. I can't do anything.
You can move. You can mend. Oh, that would increase your hunger, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wait, no, it doesn't. Mend's the same thing as mine. Did you roll the red die last time?
Oh, no.
Yeah, so you don't necessarily go up 1 on hunger. So you roll the red die, and the red die tells you what you do.
Okay.
So now that goes up 1 on hunger.
Yeah, I literally can't do anything. Because I don't want to get rid of the guard card.
And you'll have an. What are your initiatives? Do either of those help? Or your disciplines? These
No,
two
that's
cards?
all. That's all social.
Yeah, and mine's also the
Yeah.
other way.
Yeah, we definitely need another combat guy next time. Jeez.
So you can move. Oh, which is good because he can take damage from the fire.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I move 1.
All right. So beginning of the turn, fire marker comes out. He goes down by 2 on 2. So yours goes there. So now they both get new cards. So 8's gonna go. Oh, we gotta choose a card first. Okay.
Yeah, and they still hit pretty hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just hold on to that, I guess.
So I'm gonna play this one. So 8 goes first. Special number 2. Ah, so I have multiple specials. So he's gonna attack for +1. So he's attacking for 4. I have to defend. Oh no, I don't have to defend.
And he doesn't have a special number 2.
Like, is this dude has 1 and 2? Okay, so the card has to get redealt, I'm assuming.
I don't know.
Or does
does he not do anything? I have no idea.
Special. These cards can only be played by player. Can only be played by NPCs or allies. If an NPC only has 1 special, but they draw a special 2, they will use their special 1.
Okay.
All right, so he's attacking for 4. which actually doesn't kill me. 5 kills me. So we go to there. Now number 3 goes. Oh, actually, would he go after me? Most injured.
No, he's coming after you.
Oh, no. So he won't even attack me. Hold on. He will move here. Because he's going to go after most injured. I wasn't injured.
Gotcha.
So he's going to attack you for 4. Unless you do something. So guard. So you're blocking the attack.
So it's 4.
We might get through this. We might be fine.
So no, that's not true.
I agree. That's fine. That's
More than
plenty.
enough. Yeah.
You defend the attack. Nice.
And then +1 initiative.
Oh, +1 initiative check. Okay.
So you're going to defend against 1 attack each turn.
Yeah, you choose when to use the card.
That's so dumb.
So now Vicious Doberman, closest is going to be you as well. So he steps up. So he's going to attack for 3 plus 2, 5. Most injured as well.
Oh, fuck. That's it.
It's-
We have a chance. So,
You need to take out the Doberman.
no, they both attack for 3.
But the Doberman seems to hit harder. Each
But I can
time.
hit him from behind and guarantee the kill.
Hmm.
So I step up, use my combat card, which is Punch.
I guess Doberman's going to take 2 damage next time
Oh, yeah. That's right.
because of the fire.
So I get to roll 2. But actually, this goes back down. Well, you're up.
Yep, they just went.
Yeah. So I'm going now. So I roll 2 dice because I get no attack advantage here. 2 plus his resistance of 1 is 1, but I'm attacking from behind, so that's 2.
Which is alive.
Ah. Unless. Well, we have enough willpower to fuck around with. Let's use a willpower.
Oh.
Let's use a willpower. God damn it. So what's the worst? So he's
Why
going
don't
to
you just
take
use
2
blood to
damage.
add 1 to your attribute.
Oh, I could have done it that way. Yeah, hold on. So willpower's at 1. I use blood, so I have to roll the red die. Sorry, my hunger goes up by 1. Attribute goes up by 1. This goes up by 1 for this turn only, so it doesn't matter.
So 2's a 3. Or you.
So I roll a 3rd die. Or no, it's a guaranteed. Yeah, attribute.
Attributes
physical.
No, these are attributes up here. So
Yeah,
you
so
roll
physical.
another die.
Roll another die.
There you go.
Could roll that the first time. So now he's dead. Fantastic. So that ends the turn.
He
So-
gets on fire.
So now I spend a willpower to get back a card. To get back all cards. I play that card. So he burns 2.
Do you do that on your turn or at the beginning of the round? You spend the willpower.
Beginning of the round, isn't it? How to attack. You may also recover all discarded cards by spending 1 willpower point, regardless of how many cards have been discarded. This can be done anytime during the combat sequence.
Okay.
So at the end of my combat sequence, I would have done it.
Gotcha. All right.
So he's down to 2. So his special 1 is gone now.
Well, then he's coming
At me.
here to attack you.
Okay. So he attacks for 3 plus 1. I'll take the hit
Mm-hmm.
for 4.
Then you have to deal 2 damage.
And then I attack with punch. Oh no, actually. Oh no, because he's pointing at me.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to be back there, and that's not happening. Yeah. So I roll 2 dice.
You deal 2 damage.
I do 3 damage because he has resistance 1.
So you deal 2 damage. He has 1 hit point left.
He has 2 hit points left. 1 and 0.
Oh, he does. So you
Alright.
need to use. Would you have to use blood before you roll?
Unless I roll the double.
Just use your blood.
Yeah,
But then what happens when my hunger gets to the top?
Well,
Well, how do I get my hunger back down?
If you're gonna kill him, we're gonna reset anyway.
No, hunger doesn't reset, does
It's
it?
the hunting phase.
yeah, you do the
Oh, the hunting phase, that's right. Okay, yes. So I pay 1, I have to roll the red die first. Because my hunger might not go up. What is that?
Success.
Oh, success. It doesn't go up. That's good. Okay, so I roll 3 dice now. Nicked it. Reroll.
Then,
Success. Dead.
Gee, that was way harder than it should have been. Okay.
Yeah, we also had 2 characters having no.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I
Yeah.
still think we would have
That's
finished,
my bad.
finished it if I didn't die.
Yeah.
We
did-
finished.
You need a more balanced party too.
All
Yeah.
right, conclusion.
Well, we tried to balance it for the interactions, not for the
Yeah.
combat.
yeah.
So I think you need someone who's
What-
like who's decent with physical
Yeah.
and good with like decent with social, like I am, and then someone who's good with physical and good with mental, and then maybe someone who specializes in social and mental.
Okay.
That's probably
All right.
Right there.
for physical. So mostly social, then physical. Mental, mostly mental, then physical.
So those are the 2 we should be using instead of what Joey and I are using.
Nico,
We still need
Lucia.
one like social.
No, so this is
Yeah.
a mix of the 2, and this would be the mix of the other 2.
So mostly mental, mostly social.
And
Physical secondary, physical secondary.
okay. And really, like the investigation only managed with like the Molotov.
Well, so far.
Yeah.
So
Because we
Yeah.
went digging through raccoon shit.
so moving on, I'm gonna take. So we'll switch.
Well,
things.
good job.
Yeah. Well, so
All
we
right,
got a
conclusion.
conclusion. Oh, there's like 6 pages. No, I'm just kidding.
Some Madara.
Yeah. All right. You survived your first assignment, and the Sabat menace has been dealt with.
Woo!
You even got a mobile phone from one of the Sabat ghouls. Good thing it isn't locked. You haven't succeeded in learning much about the Sabat vampire, the vampire whose soul he drained, or the reason why he was digging up corpses in the botanical garden. As far as you know, the park is not some ancient cemetery. Or is it? Regardless, based on Yuma's behavior, you suspect that he knew more about the Sabat vampire than he let on, but you don't think he'd appreciate seeing your faces anytime soon because he got his ass kicked.
Mhm.
After a thorough search of the phone's content and SMS messages, you find a series of enigmatic text messages to and from one contact. The contact is only identified as a series of numbers and dots. Further research reveals their coordinates to some place in the south of the city. You look it up, and it seems to be near the notorious Five Roses factory. You better head there next. Reward: gain 3 EXP each, or XP each.
Okay.
And then take the "We Did It" number 43 effect card.
Is humanity like your lives in like the games? Like you get to zero like game
No,
over,
it-
or
No,
is it, like,
humanity.
6 left?
No, the more humanity you lose, the more towards like full-fledged killer vampire you become.
Yeah.
How do you lose humanity?
There's things that
You do evil things. And,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
you said 42
Yeah.
We got what, 3 XP?
Yeah.
each. So the question is, do we only get on that character?
No, you just said each.
Each. Yeah.
No, on that character, not versus what we're about to take and swap to.
Oh, if you swap to a new character, your EXP transfers. I need to
Okay,
read
so I'm
that.
gonna put it over on Nico.
So yeah, so just you're just using Nico then.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah, that's
Okay.
why I asked the question.
Gotcha.
You could raise the skill level to 3.
Okay, so
Wait.
What? Oh,
No,
can
you
do-
can't. You
Yeah,
can't.
1 skill level, level 1.
yeah,
You can put it at level 1.
Oh,
if you
okay.
have one that's not, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is at. So damage goes back to nothing. Willpower goes back. This stays the same. And
Okay.
these transfer.
Bank it for now.
All right, is that the whole exit? All right.
Yeah, that's it.
So we'll close this video and then like restart because we'll post them separately.
What time have right now?
Only 10. So if you're down to
Are
play
you-
one more,
Now that we know how to play, and it'll go quicker. Do you want to do?
Yeah, we could go one
One?
more.
Okay. The longest thing was learning how the fuck to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think going into right before we started that battle,
Mm-hmm.
including all of our intro stuff, was about 43 minutes.
Yeah.
So this should run much faster.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna grab another.
Well, let's close out first.
Oh, duh. Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, thank you for joining us here at Bald and Board Games as we struggled through
Chapter 1.
Vampires, the Masquerade chapters, and that was the first one. By the skin of our teeth,
It was fine.
my lord. Yeah, no, it's bitch slap. I should know by now. After going through Tainted Grail, I should know by now. Just like
All you need is 1 health left.
it's fucking gambler. Playing Isophone's card is like stressful. You're like, no, don't do it. God damn it. Anyway, thank you for joining us here at Bald and Board Games. I'm Bald,
I'm bored.
Ballsy.
and we will see you at the Masquerade.